Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha. Nope, it's not Alpha. We are now live. It's going to take me a little while to get out of the habit of saying Alpha, but I thought I'd start this video with a view of the derelict ship that we took control of in the last part, because in some ways capturing this ship has effectively completed this system here. I mean, there's a few odds and ends that I can still do, but part of me says that it's now time to move on and find something new to do. And I think also I need to review what I'm going to be doing going forward. Let me just come here so we have a better view of the ship. I've been looking at the Pioneer here. It's starting to fill up with resources, and it's a very good exploration ship, and it's not a combat ship. And I get a feeling I'm really going to need a fairly heavily armed combat CV, which then gives me a dilemma. Is do I move to a combat CV, or is there some way that I can actually take the two capital vessels with me? There's also the issue of the fact that one of the weaknesses of this ship is that the SVs are carried on the top, which were not shielded in a battle. So if I got into a battle with this, I could end up losing the SVs, and the hangar deck isn't particularly that very big. And that now leads me on to something else, which is the fact that I really need a hover tank, which would then go in there. So what I'm drifting towards is maybe building a carrier. I have had a look in the workshop, and there are a couple of interesting carriers in here. If I show you the two, we've got the Andromeda. This is a CPU compliant version of Jeff Randall's ship. I think it's the Perseus carrier, not the Perseus. The Hector. I think this is the original version, but it's no longer CPU compliant. And what someone's actually done is they've actually converted it and made it CPU compliant. And the other one I do like, and it's not really a true carrier. It's this core Hakon Sunseeker. I really like the shape of this. So but you can see here, look, I mean, the amount of resources this is going to need, because it's a very big ship. It's got a very big cargo deck. In some ways, it's not really that suitable. So I am thinking in terms of building a carrier. And this brings me back to this derelict ship here, because this will be a really great source of blocks. I mean, I could probably get all the blocks off here to build a carrier. But the problem is I don't really want to spend the next 5 parts building a ship. So I'm trying to think of a solution that I can build a carrier and take it with me. But I'm still thinking about that at the moment. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, I've got a bit of a list here. Oh yeah, I need a hover tank. So back to the workshop. And I've been going through the various hover tanks here. And despite looking through all these, I've kind of come back to the MCR Cacanicos 4. I mean, there are a few others in here, but I mean, I'm not really seeing. I mean, you got this one here, the Type 20. But I must admit, I do like the MCR Cacanicos 4. The downside of this is that I would have to upgrade it to a Tier 4 in order to put a shield in it and add some extra weapons. It's a little bit light on heavy weapons, so we probably have to change the weapon configuration on that. But more importantly, it should fit in the cargo deck of this ship, which then spins back to the carrier. Anyway, that is the current situation. Let's put the light on so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm not going to build the hover tank in this part, simply because I'm open to suggestions. If any of you know a really good powerful hover tank, it's good. I mean, I'm not worried about too much about carry capacity, because it will work in close relationship with the capital vessel. I just want something that can really just knock down hostile POIs, because I've got a feeling we're going to be doing a little bit of that. Anyway, so that's the second thing off my list. And of course, the third thing on the list is, what are we going to do in this video? Well, it spins back to what I was saying, that I think we've done enough of this system, so I think it's time to move on. And because if I show you this sector in a bit more detail, you can see this sector, we got I think these are gas giants or planets, and it's only got one moon around it at the moment, and we've got a lot of asteroid fields. And I mean, these asteroid fields are probably fully occupied with hostile Xerax ships. And to be honest, I don't want to spend 4 or 5 parts working through these asteroid fields as well. And to be honest, I think coming and checking out these moons, I'm not sure that there's going to be enough on the moon to be interesting. So I think it's time to take advantage of the galaxy map. And the question is, where are we going to go? I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not exactly too sure what these KGs are. I know they're star types. And of course, here's the territories. I mean, I can't really quite make up my mind whether we're actually in Xerax territory or not. So I think we'll just take that off and we'll just come back to here. I've lost my, there it is. We're in Elion there. I think that's a play on the game. So we can come in here and, oops, that's not telling us anything, is it? If we better turn the info panel on. I haven't really used this screen that much, to be honest. So this is a white class. It doesn't tell us much about the systems here. This just takes us back to here. So I think it's going to be a case of just choosing a system and then going off in that direction. I mean, this is a yellow system. Where should we go? I suppose it's just Hobson's choice, isn't it, really? I mean, there's a G planet system over here. I mean, it's a bit far away. I think we'll just have to go to a system near us. That's 29. That's 8.3. I mean, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. We can. It's slightly cooler than a G type. They make up about 12% of the main sequence of the stars. Let's go here. I mean, it's only 4.3 light years away, or it says it's 4.3. So let's just look at that. Let's pop the target. Jump into turn the thrusters on. Jump into the ship, and of course we're going to have to turn the shields off in order to be able to warp drive. And we'll just move away from. We will be coming back to this system simply because I do really want to loot that derelict ship and build a carrier. Right, it says it's 4.2 light years away. Just build up to max speed. Press the K button. Of course, this is the new warp animation. It's got slight tinges of No Man's Sky and the Star Wars films, I think. No, not Star Wars. Yeah, it's Star Wars film. Okay. Right, map. I think we need to go in here. So this is what we're in here. So we got a planet here with 3 moons. Can we actually go to this? You got something called XWG. Lots of asteroid fields in here. I think I'd like to go here. I'm not sure we're going to be able to land on the planet, so it's not actually telling us. I think we'll go to the moon here and check out these 3 moons. So, another 5 astronomical units away, if I can find them. I was half hoping to get a planet, but right, it says there's a moon 5 astronomical units away. We'll just build up for that, and away we go. There's the moon. Let's just throw out a scan and see what's around. Not that much. Oh, we got a gas refinery over there. That moon looks pretty hot on that. What's that? What we got here? This looks very much like a gas giant, so we're not going to be able to do anything to there. What is that over there? Can I walk to it then? Okay. activate the shield. I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know if you can actually. I mean, is this going to be a good, quick way to get somewhere? Yeah, it will. Interesting. I must admit, I was half expecting to be able to fly between the moons. We'll take it. Shield's back on. So the game actually treats the moons as separate entities. Probably because it's a gas giant. Yeah, makes sense. We've got some asteroids around that side. Let's see, check the information again. Let's just head for this moon to see what we can find. So here we are. We're coming up on the moon. Turn the inertia's on. The question is, I mean, there's no real hostiles around here. I'm very tempted just to leave the capital vessel in space for the moment and actually go down using the SV to do the initial reconnaissance. Let's just push down, get a little bit closer. And just to see what's on this moon. Just get into about there. Level off. Turn the thrusters off. I should have done on the switch again. Just have a little bit of a walk through. Need some food. I need some oxygen. We'll just pick up some oxygen from over here. And rather than walk all the way back through the ship, we'll just fly around here. We're going to need to pick up some other supplies for the ship. What's the weapon situation like on here? We've got 139 missiles. And we've got a bit of a charge. So we're okay. Okay, MX5. What we've got food-wise, nothing. So we better take a little bit of food with us. Maybe we don't need to take vast amounts of food with us, but what's that doing in there? Let's take some emergency top up of that as well. We'll take some beans with us. I think health kit wise we're okay. Ore and wood. Got a bit of oxygen. Got some fuel. Why am I carrying that ammunition around with me? Oh, because I've got a pistol, haven't I? No, I think I can. Am I still carrying the pistol around with me? No. Oh, so I've got the epic pistol. Okay. Don't think it's going to be much use, to be honest. One thing I'm a bit worried about was where is my epic drill? Get back to here. Am I? Right, I've got my epic drill, I've got drill charges, I've got an ore scanner. Where is my hand scanner? Ah, okay. I'm not sure how that got into there. So I've got my hand scanner, I've got some explosives. I think that should be enough to get started with. Famous last words as I go down and get blown out of the sky. And I'm going to turn on the power. And up we go. I can't see a thing as usual. Apologies for this. Let me just. That's not much better. Well, it looks like it's raining. So this is a moon that's actually a planet. We'll just reload that just in case. There's a little bit of resources there, a bit of resources there. Just have a look and see what we got on the map. So it's saying we've got some zirconium, copper, estrum, pentaxid, and promethium. This could be quite a good planet. It says Xerex survey in progress. When is it actually got any daylight here? Oh, the daylight's around there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly east to start with and see if we can get into the daylight, and then we'll start the proper survey properly. Oh, there's some resources down there, so we'll get into here. It's strange having a moon that it's just silicon. Very small copper, not particularly that interested. I mean, that's something I can loot out off camera should I develop a growing need for it. Some more resources just there. We're just kind of going south and east at the moment. Large silicon. I'm surprised we're not actually picking up any Xerex presence here. There was something on the ground there, but we won't be able to see it in this visibility, so it's just, yeah, it's a complete whiteout. So let's just go and see what we got here. Right, we're actually getting into some visible areas now. Kind of getting some light flashing on the side of the ship. What we got here? Zirconium, small. We're certainly going to grab the zirconium. So let's just get down. I certainly want that. It's almost like there's crowds and crowds of spices are here as well. Interesting. Will that get less? It's kind of tagging behind. Looks like the zirconium might be quite deep at. Ow. Heavy acid rain biofilm. Oh, wow. Okay, we got a bit of a problem, but I've got a solution. Yeah, it is. We have got some spices. Right, what I need to do is then I need to push myself inside the ship. And player. We need the ore scanner, a hand scanner, that can go back. We need the epic drill, and we need the drill charges. That can go into the fridge. And what we're going to do is open the door and use the hand scanner on the zirconium. And this is one of the beauties of having an SV, where you can actually operate from inside. And what we should be able to do now is just whip down through. Hopefully we won't run out of range before we get there. I mean, it's pretty deep. Oh, you are... Oh, no, we've got a little bit here. We should be able to snag some of it. I mean, there is another solution, which is we actually use the CV to do the digging, but the trouble with that is I'm going to dig a lot of stone to actually do it. Yeah, we should be able to get this zirconium. So anyway, I'm just going to dig the zirconium out and I'll be right back. We just got a little bit more here, and that is about it. Can't see. Oh, there's a little bit there. And I think that's about it. And of course we gotta. Wow. Ah. Okay. Oh, I should have. Right. Player. MSCRX. Or book. That was. So we'll just clear up the floor of our. Not that I need the crushed stone. So we got a bit of loft. Of course, one of the nice things about this ship is we can do that. So what do we get? We've got 85 Sarcosium from that. We've got a very small cobalt deposit there. I suppose I could snag that back again. Oops. It says medium rain now. Does that mean it's actually safe for me to get outside? Well, we're soon going to find out. Where's the cobalt gone? It said it was there. If I parked right, sometimes if you park right on top of resources, you can't actually see them. Yeah. 63 meters away. Actually, let's try something. What we're going to need to do is create a bit of an entrance this way. Clear that away from the top. And what we need to do is just use the step approach to create a hole big enough for the ship. How big's the hole? It's probably not quite wide enough yet. So we're just going to cut into here. A little bit stuck down there. And just clear the floor out a bit. It's not as easy to do this going down vertically on a planet as compared to doing an asteroid, but I think we're getting there. Right, it's taken a little while to get down here, and I wouldn't say this is the most efficient way to mine a very small deposit, but I've got there eventually. Mine out this area here. Right, so I've managed to mine it out. Now I've got to get out of the hole. As I said, it's probably not the most efficient way to get out of here. I seem to have got myself trapped a little bit. Probably because I've gone a little bit. I've got myself out. Yeah, I mined a heck of a lot just for a very small return. Maybe for a very big deposit it could be worth doing, but I don't think it's really suitable just to get, what do we get, 72 cobalt. I could have probably mined that out using the ordinary drill in a fraction of the time. Anyway, it's a useful experiment. Let's just go here. I'm not seeing anything else on this moon that's of great value. Let's just keep going. Right, we've got something here that's come up as a question mark. What is this? Okay, let's just take a look at this. It says, where's mild rain? Okay, so it's almost like we're getting hints and clues of what could be around here, but we're not seeing anything. We might as well get the spices while we're here. This is a spice-rich moon. And over there, it's just a tree. looks like it's just a tree. Go with him. Is that more spices? Don't want to get too far away from my ship, just in case life gets a bit interesting. What's that? Oh, we'll certainly take the fire moss scrapings. Oh, okay. Found some corn. Although this would be a fairly hostile planet to survive on. Got nothing. Okay, let's get back to the ship. Food's getting a little bit low. Oops. Let's get this into the fridge. And we'll just have a knock ourselves out a burger. Right. There's a resource that way. There's actually stuff showing up on the radar. But I'm not seeing any Xerax territory just yet. We'll just keep exploring. That silicon, not particularly that interested in silicon. I think what we'll try and do is stay with the daylight at the moment. If we go, well, we're just coming out of the daylight now. Okay, let's just go this way. One thing I have noticed is it hasn't even actually stopped raining yet, which is in complete contrast of all the weather here in the UK at the moment. It's only coming up to about 8 in the morning and it's already about 27, 28 degrees and climbing. So that's copper. Not exactly got a shortage of copper at the moment, but we'll just keep chasing these resources down. And see what we got. It says there's something away to the west, but what on earth is that? That's the second time. I mean, if it's a column or something like that. It was definitely as I crossed this ridge here. Is there anyone here? Nasty, antisocial, whoever it is, it's hiding from. There it is. What is that? That looks a bit like a kind of assassin. Well, we could. He's a Creel assassin. Well, we've wasted ammunition on him, so pick up his. Yeah, so back to 5. And we'll just keep going that way and see what we get from him. Yeah, we got some fire moss scrapings, confetti scrapings. I'm not going to say no to that. Some more symposium, and we got some pentactid. We certainly want this, but I'm not going to mess around using the CV this time. What we're going to do is get in. That, just do it on foot. Jump out. There it is. This 55. Wow, it's a lot further away than I thought it was. 39. Okay, we just walked over the top of it. It's about here. We'll still be in range of the ship, so we'll just do that. And I think the rail is on 4. And we should be able to just go straight down into the cozy. Not that I lack trust, but I want to make sure that we never turn down Symposium, because that's, I mean Symposium is a very rare element on a good day. So I think that's about it. How much do we get from that? We got up to 99, so not exactly alien plasma. I think we can sneak the Pentaxid without moving the ship. We got some. What's that iron? Sorry, pure habit. Have you? I mean, the alien plasma is useful. Not too far away. Though, truthfully, the Pentaxid shouldn't take long to mine. I'll just dive straight down. There it is. Something coming towards me. Ah! Ah. Shotgun. You said there was no Xerex on this planet. Yeah. So it looks like there's random patrols on the planet. Made up mainly of Ripper dogs. Done me a little bit of damage. Nearly got myself killed there. So we'll get back to... Lucky they were just Ripper dogs. Otherwise I could have been in trouble. Back, it's raining again, isn't that a surprise? Just back to here. On the bright side, running into the Ripper dogs means I've actually got a little bit of meat. I'll just pick you up. You into the fridge. Oops. Don't want the Pentaxid in the fridge, want that in the fridge. We'll just whack a couple of these. Actually, we can probably do a bandage or something. Actually, no. I mean, I've got loads of these drinks, so I might as well use them up. We got a little bit of. I mean, I think we'll just let that drop. Oh, we got some beans, so that should help a little bit. And that can go into there. And we're just gonna. Whole load of resources here. There's some stuff to the south of us. Let's just go south just to confirm what's down this way. If we do a bit of a dogleg pattern, we might be able to see what's going on here. Small copper. Oh, we're getting back into darkness. Okay, we're going that way. I want to go east again. West again, sorry, not east. Looks like there's... What's that? There's some... I think we've already discovered this, haven't we? This is what we found before. Yep. So we're just keep going west. We need to go northwest like that. There's some resources there. We head for that one there. Resources stuff in this area here. I'll just check these out. found a small Promethean deposit here. We're certainly going to take that. So we're just going to get in here. Should be able to land on some copper ore there. And I think this time we're actually turning the thrusters off because it's irritating me. Okay, there it is there, 12 meters. Okay, we're just going to hook to that. Yeah, you can see the Prometheum done underground here. This is great. This is really do with this. Mine out all this. I think that is about it. Just to check where. Yep. I want to fall down the hole. So we'll try and walk around it. Oops. Thrusters on. And just a quick look. We've got 314 Prometheum out of that. That's looking pretty good. Some more resources that way. You could say we've probably explored 2/3 of the moon and not really found anything yet. I think what we're going to do is just a little bit more exploration, and then that's where I'll call it for the video. Because I don't think this is going to be particularly that interesting. Just another very small cobalt deposit. Don't think I might come back and mine that later on off camera. I don't think this is going to be a particularly that exciting moon. What's that there? Are you another one of those? Not really worth the effort, to be honest. Or the ammunition is probably the correct term. They're not really worth the ammunition. Another very small Promethean deposit here. We're certainly going to take that. Just going to drop down. I think this is where I'm going to call it for the video, because we're not accomplishing much here. We're just exploring what appears to be an empty moon. Plus it's getting a bit warm in here. The temperature's now just under 30, so I think it's time for me to call time on this video. What I will do off camera is explore the rest of the moon, see if we can find anything of any interest. If there's nothing of any great interest here, what I will do is go round and pick up all the key resources. I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind finding the Estrum and getting that, and the rest, any other Sarcosium that's left over. I think we've got all the Sarcosium because it's disappeared. And I certainly wouldn't mind the rest of the Prometheum and the remaining Pentaxid. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.